I got a big mouth. I could probably take this whole microphone.
She has a big mouth.
Didn't even touch my lips.
That's crazy. I
don't know what it is. I might be part snake or something, but my jaw just unhinges. You just see me yawn when I'm at a grocery store. It's like, and then she ate the whole store.
Your wardrobe screams fatherless.
You have more trust in that top side than people.
How was your relationship with your father? Just saying, did you get the attention you wanted?
You need Jesus. That's offensive. Well, welcome back to That's Offensive, everyone. It is Daddy DEELZ, and we got Keep Chambers here with us.
Hi.
Hi. The biggest hoe. No, I'm kidding. No, when she drunk, though.
When I'm drunk, I can be crazy.
I know. It's so funny because I'm like, you know, I'd love to fuck a little Keep. But Friday, she was like only 3 drinks in.
Yeah, but they're like 14% alcohol.
Okay.
So quite a bit.
And then she was like, Adelia, I want to take your girl celibacy so bad. Like, are you down, blah, blah? And I'm like, I'm down. Not tonight, though, because you, like, ethically cannot fuck someone that drunk.
Yeah, I will say it's a good move on you because I don't remember saying any of that.
You don't remember?
No, when you woke up and you were like, Keep, that's crazy. I know you want it. And I was like, I don't remember saying that. I was pretty drunky, Ted, but like
that would have been so bad. Like, but
I wake up the next day just confused.
Yeah, because like you were at one point like humping me on my live, and then at one point you were like, I just want to like scissor you because I think I could make both of us come scissoring, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm sure you could.
I do think that I'm pretty good at scissoring.
And then you were like, I just like would love to eat you out, blah blah blah. And I'm like, all of this is okay. Just like if you're that drunk, you know, I can't.
Yeah, and respect too because I don't know how.
I was horny too. I literally had to go downstairs because I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna like break this up.
Is that why you went downstairs?
Well, I also had to like, I was responding to messages and stuff downstairs afterwards, but I'm like, I was very horny, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I should separate myself from this and just like go take care of myself.
Keeps gonna catch me slipping, and
it was like the willpower.
Yeah, good for you. I don't have any of that, which is why I got that drunk. Willpower is not in my vocabulary.
Last night I came home to like hundreds of dollars of sushi. It was a lot, right? Because it's fucking Nobu.
It was my recovery day.
Yeah.
It was literally just sashimi and like one tartare. Because I was like, I want to try the caviar on it. I never had caviar. And then just like 5 different types of sashimi.
I do be loving sashimi though. Honestly, I might guess I'm after this.
Seriously. Because like the rice sometimes is too filling and then I'm like,
oh yeah, I can't do that.
But just like the slices of some slice, I'm like,
it's a little slutty.
Okay.
I will say, back in my, like, you think I burp a lot now. Back in the day when I used to eat sushi and then I would burp, it was like my friend evacuated the car.
Oh, you had some stinky burpees.
Like, stinky. Because it just smelled like fucking fish.
Stinky burpee girl.
And like, she's like, I would prefer that you would be farting at this point. Like, that's how bad they were.
She's like, out the other end, please.
No, she was like pissed. She's like, you can't just hold in your burp. And I'm like, dude, like, I just can't control it right now. Because, okay, to be fair, there was sashimi. I had a green juice, and then I had this vegan ice cream. The mixture of all of that was a stinky burp.
That's setting yourself up for just nothing going in or out the right way. That's going to make some noise.
So let's ask the offensive questions.
Okay, let's do.
Okay, if your body count was only the men who have made you come, what would it be?
Does it count if I made myself come when they were in me, or no?
No.
Just from them doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, then definitely, probably, maybe 2?
Yeah.
1 for sure, maybe 2.
Because I really think women as a whole, like, when men ask us our body counts, we should only count the men who have made us come. Oh,
Yeah.
so my body counts 4. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how many times do you get a nut off with somebody else? Like,
Yeah.
that's a good way to put it. Because guys aren't going to be like, yeah, I stuck it in her, but I didn't come, so it doesn't count. I'm sick, so I'm, like, basically a virgin.
Yeah, basically, we are wholesome.
Something's off with your microphone.
Hello? Yeah.
It's hot down here. I'm
Hello.
Okay, yeah, we're back. Sorry about that.
Okay. What part did it stop?
Maybe ask that question again.
Okay.
sweating. Okay.
If your body count was only the men who have made you come, what would it be?
Okay, and that's them making me come, not just me, like, making myself come while they're in me.
No. Yeah, just them. Like, them putting that effort in.
Okay, probably 1, maybe 2, but for sure 1. Maybe 2. I don't really remember that part.
Women as a whole, we need to start only counting the men who have made us come as our body count, because the other men, they don't count.
No, they don't count. They didn't do anything for us.
Yeah.
It was just a dick in a warm hole. Like, they didn't actually do anything for us.
They just masturbated inside of us, but that's not sex.
Yeah, men won't even count it if they stick their dick in someone and they don't come. Like, they won't count it. They won't even count it sometimes if they stick it in and then they come right away because they're too embarrassed.
They're like, so was that 30 seconds awesome for you too? Was that like a fun time?
So did you also feel amazing in those 5 seconds I was in there?
Was that the best 30 seconds of your fucking life,
And they want us to
bro?
be like, it was phenomenal. That was the best thing I've ever had inside of me. Oh my gosh.
I feel like you would be the type to tell men, like, yeah, I came, just to, like, make them feel good about themselves.
Yeah, for sure. I did that every single day of my, or not every day, but every single fuck of my entire existence up until, like, maybe a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Up until then, every time I'm like, yeah, for sure, I totally did. When none of them did. Yeah. I know, but now I'm more comfortable, and now I'm like, not at all. But I still add sprinkles to it. I'm still like, I was so close, and it just, or I'm like, oh, I was just like a little bit drunk, I guess, so I couldn't, or I'm like, oh, just a lot on my mind, but I need to start being like, no, you suck.
Yeah.
And you're not sucking right.
I know, we need to be meaner to men. This is, like, my whole thing. Like, if men aren't, like, they need to know that they're doing bad. But here's also the thing, because I empathize with men now, because I'm very scared to suck clits again, because I'm like, oh, my God, like, women are really complicated, and I'm a little terrified of them.
Yeah, because every woman, no matter if you have a vagina or not, like, you might think I know what to do with a vagina because I have one.
Yeah.
But every vagina has different sensitivities. Like, some people like it better penetration. Some people like the clit suck better. Some people like to bite. Some people like to suck. Some people like to lick. There's like,
some people just like to be fingered.
It's so complicated.
Yeah. Like, I like the finger action.
I like the finger action, but it has to be matched with some clit action.
Yeah.
And then it's the perfect combo. And I just close my eyes.
You just...
In euphoria.
Like, if you're coming, like, if you're about to come, like, how do you, because it's very mental.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I put on dubstep. What is
Of course
your...
you do.
Kipa, she's staying with me, is like, I accidentally let one song slip.
It was aggressive, though.
And she was like, we need to change this right now.
It's like, my vibes are going down. I'm feeling darkness.
I had a whole playlist for you.
Yeah, it was sweet. I liked it. But okay, so how can I make myself come?
It's like, what's the mental space you got to be in? Like, do you need to be on, like, soft pillows? Like, do you need to be thinking about certain things?
Honestly, yeah. So the way that I come is we don't even need music. Music is nice because it, like, makes me feel like I'm in, like, a porno movie situation. But even if there's no music, that's fine. I think all I have to do most of the time, especially when they're eating me out, I have to picture this or I'm not going to come. Close my eyes and picture them on top of me, like, pumping in me, and then, like, telling me that they're going to come in me and they're going to fill me up and they're going to put a baby in me.
So the baby fever.
I got breed kink, like, shit. And I also like to picture them like just like saying in my ears like, you're the most beautiful woman in the world. I can't wait to fill you up and give you my babies. And I'm like, like I don't actually want you to do that. I don't actually put a baby in me.
No, but she wants it.
The idea of it.
Well, I think if you could get pregnant right now and like you had all the financial wealth in the world, you would. Yeah.
I would, but I also want to like keep this rockin' body for a little bit longer. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. If you had all the money in the world, though, you could hire a surrogate.
That used to be what I wanted to do growing up. I was like, I'm not gonna have kids. Birth scares me. My mom's birth story about me was terrifying. So I was like, I'm not having kids. I'm only having a surrogate. And then I got older. I'm like, well, I want to know what it's like having a baby in me, like, having a little thing kick in there and come out. Like, so one day.
One day.
But for now, just fill me up and I'll be on birth control.
I love when men come in me.
Cream pies.
They're hot, dude.
They're so hot. As long as you waited for me to come first. And then it's hot. But if you fill me up and then I have to walk to the bathroom pouring out your cum out of me and I'm like waddling over and I haven't even
it'd be really
myself
hot
yet.
You're like, they come first, they fill you up. Yeah, eat it. Eat it up. You pig. Eat this mess you made. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, guys are weird about like not trying their own cum.
Yeah, but like how it'd be kind of hot.
A chef has to try his own meal before he serves it to anyone.
I taste myself constantly. I'm like,
dude, I do it just for fun.
Yeah.
Literally throughout the day, I'll be like, oh, I feel like I'm a little bit wet. And I'll just like stick my finger in me. A little snack. I just go in, especially after I've like masturbated or something.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just dipping in it like it's fucking the yummiest sauce you've ever had in your life. And I was like all by myself. I love it.
You know what's funny? So I started eating like fermented foods and I swear my vagina tastes like crazy better.
Yeah.
Since I started doing that. Like my pH, awesome.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, I have always had an amazing tasting vagina. And I knew that because back in like high school, my first boyfriends and first people I was hooking up with, I remember the first one that someone said, they're like, oh my God, you taste like Skittles. And I was like, okay. And then I heard you taste like cotton candy. And then once I heard apple pie, which I was like, okay, I'll take it.
What a lucky peach. I wonder if it has anything to do with like your hemorrhoids.
Probably not. But maybe
like
all the bad energy goes there and all the good energy comes up.
Like you can't have it all. You have a cotton candy tasting pussy
and no anal. So this has to be bomb stellar because we can't go in that side. So this has got to be bomb stellar.
These people who want to eat my booty hole, I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. What if something slips?
I also wonder maybe if it's like written in my genetic code from my mom being a vegetarian when she was pregnant with me and then also conceiving me on a bunch of mushrooms. And like maybe that just all went to my vagina of just magical goodness.
So your mom, legend.
Legend.
She named you after a mushroom.
She didn't mean to though.
Oh.
She named me Keep because it was an old middle name, but it was spelled Cepe. And she thought it would be way cooler if it was just Keep. And then she told me when I was on acid when I was 17, she was like, well, we didn't tell you this, but you were conceived on a bunch of mushrooms, like a bunch. And we were all like, oh, it all makes so much sense.
Why you are the way you are.
Yeah. And then I didn't know until just this past summer when it was probably this past summer because I told you after that. I was hanging with my fire tribe and they were asking me about my name. I told them that story and they're like, well, have you looked up your name on the name dictionary app? I was like, yeah, but it's a verb, so nothing comes up. And they're like, no, did you look up like what your name is originally before she changed the spelling, Cepe? I was like, no, I have not. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
Look it up. And it says Cepe is a name derived from the word CEP, which is a type of mushroom. And I lost my mind. It's like 3 a.m. I screenshot it, sent it to my mom. She calls me immediately saying, tell me you didn't just Photoshop that. It's like, are you fucking with me right now? I conceived you on a fuck ton of mushrooms. You were named after a mushroom. You're on mushrooms right now.
You're just basically a mushroom.
I'm a freaking mushroom. A fun guy.
Oh, yeah. A pretty fun guy, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, into that.
How many times have you had chlamydia?
One time.
How did you get it?
I was in high school, and I was...
High school?
Yeah, I was in high school. Well, it was my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was seeing this guy who, he used to be, like, the hottest guy in high school.
Yeah.
And he was, like, 3-4 years older than me, and he was going to a college nearby the school because they always peak in high school, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then they just stick around that area. But so I was, like, feeling super cool, and he was hitting me up, and I would, like, drive all the way down to the college and hook up with him and stuff, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But he gave me chlamydia when I was doing that, and I didn't know it was chlamydia at first. I was just excited to be there.
I'm just happy to be here.
And then I was working at Hooters at the time, and I, like, left his house, and then I went to Hooters for work, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, my vagina really hurts. I'm like, oh, and I was like, it feels like I have a really, really bad UTI. I was like, I feel like I have the worst UTI ever. And the workers there were like, that means you got some good dick, girl. That means you got that good dick.
It was chlamydia.
I was like, it means I got the dirty dick. Like, what are you talking about? I think I had something dirty in me. And I went to go get tested for a UTI, but they tested for everything else. Mm-hmm. And I remember driving home, and the doctor called me, and she was like, you tested positive for chlamydia. And I just thought...
How old were you at the time?
I must have been like 17, 18.
Okay.
18. I just thought it was the worst possible diagnosis you could ever get. Like, I was like, this is like syphilis, gonorrhea. I was like, this is world shattering. I am tainted forever. And I just cried my whole way home. Like, an hour drive home, I was just freaking out crying. And then they're like, no, baby, you just take one pill and you're good. I was like, okay, fine.
I was freaking out. I was like 18 when I got it. And then all these like girls from my hometown were like, and Mikey was one of them. Mikey. They were like, you dirty. Like, you need to calm down. I still
clap.
I got it really did clap back.
How did you get it?
Raw dog and frat boys.
Well, that guy was a frat boy.
Yeah.
I was literally 18 or 17, and he got me into, like, every single club just by being like, I go to school here, so the bouncers know me. And I'd be like, cool.
Damn, what a fucking weird... If you were 17 and he was in college, like, it's weird vibes.
Yeah, when you think about it, when you get older,
yeah,
it's, like, weird. But back in the day, I'm like...
Oh, when you're in high school yourself, you're like, an older guy wants me? Like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, then you get older and you're like, ew.
Like, that's fucking weird.
Are you grooming me?
Yeah. Like, what is the appeal in, like, a younger fucking girl? Just, like, the fact that she doesn't stand up for herself as much? She, like, doesn't know how to... Like, what is it?
I feel like it's like, oh, she's naive and hasn't been with many people, so she... Like, we want to dominate her. Meanwhile, if they were with people like their age, maybe they're more confident, and they won't go for them because they see right through their
bullshit.
And they see right through it, and they're like, you're not as hot shit as you think you are. But meanwhile, the younger girls are like, you are everything.
Yeah, like a younger or an older guy wants me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love doing that shit when I was underage. Like, I would not... Girls, please don't do this. I would lie all the time.
I wouldn't even lie. I would end up telling them, and they're like, whoa, I thought you were 18. I'm like, yeah, I'm 14.
Keep!
Oh, my God. Dude, I never dated anyone my age, except for once. But any other time, I never dated anyone my age. They were always way too old for me.
Well, I wasn't dating them. I was just fucking them. But...
Oh, well, that too.
Yeah.
Well, that too. I just saw a post from someone. I was like, I forgot about you. And it was some girl that was a year older than me in high school. And I just saw a post of her brother who was like 5 years older than me. And I remember a flashback of him coming over to my house once just to hook up and leave. And I was like, keep what? Dirty fucking dog. That was definitely statutory rape.
Like, that is crazy. Like, we're laughing about it, but like, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time.
Yeah.
But I also regret a lot because I'm like, I didn't have to do all that, but it was fun at the time, I guess.
Yeah, I had my hoe phase in like high school and college, and now it's like I'm a born again virgin.
Same. I had mine in high school, not even in college. I had it in high school.
Yeah.
And then I ended after high school, and then in college, I didn't even like to drink in college. Like, I drank a bunch in high school, and I became a stoner, so I was just smoking in college, doing nothing. They'd all be going out, and I'd be like, I'm going to sit by the dock and watch the sunset. And wake up for sunrise and journal. Like, I was on my health shit. Like, I was better then than I am now. But
y'all, this woman took ecstasy when we were in Ibiza, left the club to go to the beach.
Yeah.
I was also on ecstasy.
It was like the only night I went out with you guys. And I went out, and then they like gave us ecstasy, and so I took a little bit of it. I'm like, this will be fun. Like I haven't gone out and done this in a while. And then as soon as it hits me, I'm like, no. I want to go home.
You took a lot, though.
I'm going home right now. And then I just took an Uber back, went to watch the sunrise at the beach. I dug out a chair. Did you hear about this?
No.
In the sand, because I made Rachel come back. She wanted to come back, but I forced her to come to the beach with us to watch sunrise. I dug a chair out of the sand and made like this like long recliner couch for both of us and put a blanket on it. And I was just so proud of it. And I'm sitting there like playing in the sand, watching sunrise, making her laugh so much. Like I don't even know what I was saying, but when I'm on ecstasy and I'm comfortable, I'm golden.
Yeah.
Like, she had tears streaming down her face from laughing so much. I was like, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but I'm happy to be here.
Just happy to be here. I had to take ecstasy because, y'all, I don't do drugs like that anymore. But I'm like, for some reason, I like to convince myself that I'm so ugly I don't deserve friends sometimes. So, like, I had to take ecstasy to then I was like, oh, I'm hot shit again.
Oh, wait. Everyone loves me and I love everyone.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's when I go on fucking alcohol benders or, like, it's just like when my anxiety takes over, it, like, convinces me things that just aren't true. So I'm like, I got to take drugs to counteract the alcohol I was just drinking. Like
that was me yesterday with the hangover from the live stream. That was me like afterwards, like all day yesterday. I'm like, I'm ugly, everyone hates me, I'll never do good. I was like, what's going on?
It's so hard when anxiety takes over.
And then I woke up today, I'm like, okay, I'm good, I just need to get back in the saddle.
We just need to like be confident, because like a lot of like sexiness does come from confidence.
I know,
because I mean, when you take photos, girl, you know you be looking hot.
Yeah, but you can tell also in a photo shoot if you already started off with like bad,
just
like,
feeling uncomfortable
look and stuff, and you don't feel like the most comfortable. Like I've been in photo shoots where I'm like, oh shit, like I don't really know what to do or pose. I'm feeling uncomfortable, and then I do ones where I'm like, oh my god, wait, I forgot that I got this. I used to teach modeling. I can fucking kill this, and then I'm like, we killed it.
I am the shit.
Or even working with like a photographer you're comfortable with versus like one that you don't work with before. Or something. Yeah.
So you tied with Mikey. Tied. Pussy eating competition.
Yes, we did.
So you're pussy eating. What's your style?
So apparently, according to Allie,
which Allie was the true winner of that day. She
was the real winner.
Everyone got to eat her out, and she got to rate everyone's skills.
Yeah. 3 girls ate her out, and we're all really good at eating out. So
yeah,
good for her. But I was proud of myself because I've only eaten a few pussies before this. And I think I just am intuitive. That's one thing she said. She's like, you're really intuitive. Like your tongue would know if I was like feeling a little bit left out on one side of the clit, you would go there. Like she's like, you're very intuitive with the way that your mouth was moving and stuff, and the way that your finger was in there. Like, and she also said that my style was like someone that she's been in love with for a long time in the library that she would go to, and then finally at the library I like pulled her into the back of the library and just had my way with her. I was just like, I like that. A little bit of romance. Okay.
And she said Mikey's was like aggressive. Like
a bit aggressive.
Like they were like drunk at a bar having like the best hookup.
Yeah. I'll take both.
Yeah.
I like the one I got.
Yeah. I like aggressive. But also like with women it can be super different. Like with men it's like the whole sensual thing. It's like not my cup of tea with men. Ooh. You like sensual?
I like sensual too. I guess like I like sensual in the idea of like I like the eye contact, and I like the heavy breathing, and I like him staring into my eyes, and like I like him spitting in my mouth, and I like him moaning in my ear and telling me stuff. But I also like the aggressive because I just want to be tossed around like a rag doll. Like I just want to get thrown around and tossed from place to place.
Yeah.
Like put me in real handcuffs that make my wrist bruise the next day. Like
it's so hot.
It's so hot. But I also need the sensual part to actually put myself there. If not, I'm just like, it doesn't really feel as nice. If I'm just getting tossed around and you're not even going to look me in the eye or like lick my neck or
I love
moan in my ear.
Oh, so is that like sensual? Like licking the neck or like sucking on the little earlobe?
Yes, that's sensual.
Oh, maybe I do then. I just don't like slow sex.
No, I don't really like slow sex either.
Yeah.
Only sometimes.
If it's like really big and you're trying to fit it in, like
okay,
that's gotta.
But I also kind of like slow sex when they're like, wait, you have to slow down because I'm gonna come, and then I'm like, I feel so good that I have to slow down and I have to stop for a second or else you're going to come. I'm like, I love that. And then I can tease them a little bit because they want me to go slow and then I go fast for a second. They're like, stop. I'm like, okay.
Okay, I'm powerful.
Yeah. That's my kind of dom. That's the only dom I'm okay with.
So are you switch?
I'm a switch, yeah. I usually like to be sub.
Yeah.
And I like the men to be dom, but I definitely have my moments where I want to switch it up and hop on top and just destroy your world. Or
Well, that's what you're trying to do with me Friday. I was like, oh, okay.
It's especially when I have substance. Then I get very dominant.
There's a little bit of alcohol in the system. But everyone, I was ethical.
She was. And I appreciate it.
Yeah. You're like, damn, I would not have got all that to sober. How long in a relationship do you start farting? Do you start farting and pooping?
So here's my thing. I can fart all day and you won't smell it.
Okay.
So, like, for example, with, like, the last person I was dating, I was farting, but I have to do this thing where I have to, like, spread my cheek to fart or else I just can't because I get scared that I'm going to poop or something.
Yeah.
Like, I have, like, a phobia of that. So I have to spread it, not for the noise, just to, like, make sure I fart because I have the tiniest butthole in the whole world, and it's so embarrassing. I have the tiniest tight butthole, and I haven't had any penises in it because of that reason. Mm-hmm. But I had a doctor once. The hemorrhoids inside too. I have internal.
Yeah.
Guys. But I remember a doctor once put on her glove and she had to like feel inside of my butthole, and she went in and she goes, "Oh my heavens! Oh, you have such a tight sphincter. I feel like my finger's gonna fall off." I was like, okay, word. Nothing else is going up there.
The fact the doctor said that because you can break some fingers with your butthole.
She's like, I'm going to pull out because I might lose circulation. I was like, okay, sick. Like, don't make me laugh in there. I will crack it. But so I have to spread or else like it just doesn't like even come out. It just gets stuck in me.
Yeah.
And so I'll fart like 40 times a day and like you won't smell it for some reason. I used to try to do Dutch ovens to my cousins because they would do it to me and I'd be like, I tried getting them back when I was a kid and I would do it and they're like, keep your farts smell like roses. We smell nothing. Yeah. So you can't actually do this. So they won't notice, but I remember
on them next time.
I remember for like almost a year I was just like farting nonstop. You never noticed, never smelled it, never heard it, and I'm like, word. And then one time it actually had a smell to it and I was like, oh God. And I looked over and he goes, was that you? You fart? And then he's like, my girlfriend fart. And it's stinky. I was like, well, that's really sweet of you to say. It makes me feel a little bit better, but if only you knew how often I farted.
Was he like excited?
He was. He was like, because he always farted, and I was like, can you not?
Can you?
Like, you're ruining the whole room right now. Step outside to do that. And then I ruined the room once, and he was just like, she farts too.
But you do be shitting.
I do be not really though. Really? Because I have like really bad tummy issues. So it's like I'll think I have to poop and then I go in to poop and it's like the size of my pinky nail. Oh. It's like a little Barbie poop. And I'm like, all that work for nothing. I got
where you get cramps and stuff and it's like a little
I got tummy issues for sure.
What was it you said your mom was saying about your stomach?
What did she say about my tummy?
Remember you told me she was like making all these puns?
Oh, no, that was about the anal.
Oh, okay. So let's say the story.
Okay, well, my ex accidentally put it in my butt. Accidentally. He says it was an accident, but I don't really know.
What's the song like? Accidentally put it in a butt. I was drunk.
Oh, that's what kind of happened, though. So it might have actually been an accident. But we were like at a party, or he was throwing a party, and we went in the back and we fucked, and he accidentally put it in my butt. And I told you guys I have internal hemorrhoids, and I also have the tightest sphincter in the world. So not only was I screaming, but he was kind of like, oh, he was like, damn, I wasn't expecting that. And then I was like, I wasn't expecting that. And I'm like bleeding on my booty hole, and I'm like crying, and I'm like, no one will ever know about this. I walk outside and I tell all my friends. And that night I called my mom. And I'm on the phone with her, and she's just the funniest human I think I've ever met in my life. And I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, yeah, so last night or yesterday or that day, I think it was the day up. I was like, earlier this day, my ex, I'll say ex now because I'm not going to say anyone's name. It's like, he accidentally put it in my butt. And I was like, it was so painful. And she starts screaming on the other side of the phone. She goes, oh my God. Well, is he still a pain in your ass? And I start laughing. She goes, no, but for real. Are you butthurt about it still? And then she didn't stop. It was probably like 15 minutes of her doing jokes, but I only remember these 4. And then she was like, well, at least you can say you're part of AA now. Accidental anal. And I'm just sitting there cracking up with her, screaming, walking around by the pool. And I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm going to go. It's getting really late over here. I'm going to go. She goes, okay. I mean, I was going to say another joke, but fuck it. Like, are you joking with me?
The fact she came up with all of those on the spot.
On the spot. And my little sister's with her on speakerphone. My sister's like screaming in the phone too. Like, it was the funniest thing. I pulled my notes. I was like, try to remember everything she said.
You're like, I aspire to be this fucking funny.
I was like, that could be a stand-up special. So
oh my God, you make OnlyFans money to put your mom on?
Yeah.
You're gonna, like, you're the daughter-ager.
You're the daughter-ager. Hear this woman, she's hilarious. Also, buy a pics of my titties and you'll get a ticket to her show for free.
People just show your mom, like, do you know that your daughter's vagina is on the internet?
She's like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, pimp.
No, my mom is super supportive.
We love
She's
to
like,
hear
you
it.
could do more.
You could fuck on camera.
I bought her a car because her car was so scary. I was like afraid for her to go to and from work. It was like so bad. So I bought her little dream car, and she was so happy. And she still messages me. This is like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And she's still messaging me, and she'll call me and leave voice memos. She's like, I just walked out to the parking lot, and I swear, every time I see the car, I just look at it like, baby, you waiting for me? She's like, I am so obsessed and in love with this car.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
That's so cute. So now that aliens have been confirmed to be real, how do you imagine an alien dick looks like?
I just want to say, I told y'all. I friggin' told y'all to all my friends or past friends that I told my alien UFO stories to.
Oh.
And that said that you want to believe me so bad, but it doesn't stand for your religion or things like that. I told you. They were all true. I'd be shaking when I'd be telling those stories.
Wait.
So I had one of them message me, and they were like, Keep, I just saw the new news. I am so sorry for ever doubting you. You were shaking and trembling when you told me those stories. I should have believed you. I was like,
yeah. First of all, religion doesn't say that Earth is just like.
I know.
The Bible doesn't say shit.
A lot of them would say that. They'd be like, my religion won't stand for that.
They're like, the Bible says the Earth is flat. Where? Like, are you even a Christian? Like, do you know what the fuck you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't really know it.
My religion says I can bully, like, gay, like, they literally will say, like, my religion says I can bully gay people because you need to protect your kid from, like, falling in the street. Like, what? Jesus was friends with those kinds of people. What do you mean?
I thought he forgave all and loved all.
Yeah, you could literally be fucking and be like, Jesus, please forgive me for premarital sex, and you're forgiven. You're still going into heaven.
And what if the Bible is just one of his books? What if he has one for another planet?
A sequel.
Like, what if he has other books for, like, other planets and stuff? Like, here about my Martian honeys, and here's what I did with them.
All right, but no, what do you think alien dick looks like?
Well, okay. Well, I feel like if you look at any other penis from any other animal in this world, they don't really look like human penises.
No.
So I feel
they're
like
long and weird. Like,
they're like tentacles almost.
Yeah.
They look like pink tentacles. I feel like an alien dick might have a little bit of humanicity to it. Like, it might have a tip, but it'll still be like a little
wavy.
A little tentacle looking.
Yeah.
With a little penis tip on top. But of course they don't cut it off because they're not us.
Yeah.
And so it's like
uncircumcised
tentacle.
I do love my circumcised
She's
dicks. The uncircumcised ones scare me.
I've only been with one, and it gave me a UTI.
Because they can get dirty.
You gotta learn how to clean them.
Yeah.
But they have better sensitivity, apparently, because they don't have, or they have something covering their penis the whole time, and it's not just, like, the tip, which is like the most sensitive, isn't like bouncing around in boxers for their whole life and stuff. So when they do pull it down, they have like the most sensitivity, which is kind of cool.
Well, I don't really care about that.
Men don't need that much more sensitivity.
Y'all
you can't even last that long anyway most of the time. So.
Y'all don't need that. Okay, so what's your UFO story?
I have 3.
Okay.
Do you want to hear them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I'm saying I'm on a podcast. This is a little bit crazy. Okay. So these stories, okay. How do I start? I grew up and my mom had seen like a few UFOs in her life and would tell me her stories. And I won't even tell you hers, but they're pretty good ones. They're not as much. I think she saw like 2 or 3 in her life.
Yeah.
And my mom and her once, when I was like gone at a friend's house, the power went out because we weren't able to pay for our electric bill. So the power went out. My mom and my sister went to the car to charge their phone. And when they were out there, you could see all the lights in the sky, like all the stars.
Yeah.
And when they were sitting there charging their phone, a big black square, it looked like, covered up the stars above the house and hung out there, which looked like a big ship covering it up.
Yeah.
And then when they walked inside, it went away. I wasn't there for that, but my mom was like, I was like, isn't that scary? And they're both like, no, it kind of just felt like the aliens were checking up on us with the power out, like making sure we were okay. I was like, what a good way to look at that.
Yeah.
The first one I ever saw, this was in Maryland. I think I was probably like 16 or so. And we went on a blunt ride. It was me and my friend Beth. And I think it was my friend Cassius and Vernon in the background. And me and Beth drove to Centerville. We picked up Cassius and Vernon. And we're in the back of the car. We're like driving around from like street to street. And we sit by this cornfield, but all the corn is taken down, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's just this big field. And then it has like trees here and trees back here. And we sit where like the trees are like closest to us over here and not as close over there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So we're sitting there and we're smoking, listening to music. And at first we all look and we're like, y'all see that? And at first we just see in the stars like this one star that's like dancing around other stars. Like it doesn't make any sense, but it looks just like a star, but it's just like going through other stars. And we're all like, we're probably high. Let's just ignore that. We don't see that. So we just kept ignoring it and we kept enjoying our time. And then out of the freaking trees in front of us, like here's the tree line.
Yeah.
We just see this long black like rectangle, like long cylinder rectangle with red lights on it, and it starts slowly coming out of the tree line.
Okay.
And I turn the music down, I'm smacking them, they're like, yeah, we see it. And we're like, what the fuck is that? And it's so close to us that it's obviously huge, but not making any sound. Doesn't look like anything we've ever seen. And it slowly comes over the tree line and then hovers over and goes over the tree line like this. And this is back when we don't have like the best iPhones or anything.
Yeah.
And so we're just kind of flipping out. Like Vernon's trying to take pictures of it, but he can't see on his phone. So he turns the flash on and Cash just smacked his phone in his hand. And he was like, we're not getting abducted. Turn the fucking flash off. Like, no way. My friend Beth to the left of me is sitting there with her mouth like wide open, not saying anything. I'm like, oh my guys, what the fuck? I'm like losing my mind. Finally, like it keeps going, then it goes into the other tree line here and just kind of disappears in the tree line. And then we sit there for a good like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and we're like, what do we do? Like, do we call someone? Do we tweet about this? What do we do about this? And Beth just with no word just starts driving. Me and Cassius and Vernon are like chopping it up like, what the fuck was that? Just like goosebumps. We're freaking out. She drops them off. She goes back to my house, and she was supposed to spend the night that night.
Yeah.
And we get to my house. I get out of the car. She still hasn't looked over at me, and she's still like this. And I'm like, so are you like going to come inside? And I just remember she looked at me with like the deadest eyes ever, and she was like, keep what we saw tonight, shook my religion to the core, and I don't ever want to talk about it again. And then she turned back around. I was like, okay, I'm going to go inside. And I shut the door, and she just pulled off, and I probably talked to her like 2 other times since then. Like, but I still will message Cassius or Vernon and be like, y'all remember this? Like, 'cause sometimes I get in my head, I'm like, did I make that up? And then I message them like, dude, I think about that every day. I'm like, okay, good, because you never know if like you had a dream and you think it was something. So I always have to check in on it, especially with that kind of stuff, because your brain, like, you're looking at it and you're like, that's not photoshopped. That is not something I'm seeing on my phone where I could have a sliver of doubt. Like, that's happening in front of my eyes as I'm seeing it. So, of course, the memories of it are like, was that real? Did I really see that?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So we've known.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I've known ghosts are real, like
Mm-hmm.
aliens. Come on, like you really think that with all the fucking universes that there are, that like,
Yeah.
but I mean, it
Has to
was
be.
kind of unlikely that like aliens could travel. Like, how do they have better science than we do? Like, how do they have better, but maybe just longer plan? I don't know.
Who really knows? I mean, like, before the Big Bang, there were other planets and
Yeah.
stuff. So could have been generations of generations. And there's also, like, the idea of, like, maybe aliens being, like, us from the future, like, coming
Mhm.
back to check on us or something.
Yeah,
Weird stuff.
cute.
Weird stuff. But I will say really quickly, the
Mhm.
scariest UFO one I had 3 of them, which I don't have to talk about the other
Mhm.
one. But the scariest one I had was, this is the only one that I saw by myself though, which
Yeah.
sucks. But I was looking in the sky
Mhm.
and I'm like smoking in college in Florida with like my friends. We're sitting on like the we had a big lake, so we're sitting
Mhm.
on what is that called?
I don't know.
Dock.
Oh,
We're
a
sitting
dock.
on a dock and we're smoking. And I want to say this, 'cause, like, if anyone actually has like seen anything like this or heard about anything like this, please let me know, because
Mhm.
I spent so long researching if I could find anything else online. And at first, like, it almost seemed like everything was wiped off. Like, I couldn't see anything. But now I'm starting to see some more stuff. But I was sitting there looking at the sky, looking at the stars. And you know when you're looking at, like, a ceiling that has little dots, it
Mhm.
can almost look like your brain's playing tricks and they're moving.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Like little dots from far away can almost look like they're, like, playing tricks with you.
Oh yeah, because it could be like the little eye squiggles or something. Yeah, yeah.
So I thought maybe that's what I was seeing. And you know when you see stars that are close together, it almost looks like there's like lines connecting them. Kinda.
Mhm.
I thought that's what I was seeing. And I was staring at the sky, laying down while everyone's talking, sitting up. And I saw this, like, these stars together like this, like a
Mhm.
triangle, but like open triangle. And it was like doing this. It was like swimming past like other stars. And I was like, there's no way that I'm seeing a weird starfish creature in the sky. I was like, no. So I was like, just to make sure I'm not tripping out, I'm going to look at this star in front of those. And if it swims past it in my peripheral, I know I'm not tripping. And I sat there staring at the star. And seriously, it swam right past the star. And it's like it had body to it. Like it was like stars connected with like body. Like it was like a fish like
Yeah.
swimming through the water. And I stood up and started beating on my friends. I'm like, please look in the sky right here. And there's a bunch of stars are like right there. Like you see them like swimming past other stars. And as I'm trying to say it to them, it's like fading and fading, like getting deeper and
Yeah.
deeper into space.
Crazy.
That one freaked me out. Still freaks me out so bad.
So after my friend Jevons died, like we had this, like there's like a video of like us setting candles up, and like we can see a little like white, like it was like
A
his
little
spirit.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it kind of just looked like a little like flew, like there was nothing else in the sky. That was crazy.
Oh my gosh. I don't have the picture right now, but I have to find it. I had this photo, which I'm going to have to show you, I guess, after this, but I have this photo that trips me out from Hawaii when I was out there. And there was a moon rainbow, like a rainbow around the moon. So I was taking pictures of it and then taking pictures of the water with the long exposure.
Mhm.
And when I went back to show someone, I was like, look at this moon rainbow. I'm sliding through the pictures. So I still have them all. And there's a picture of in the water. It looks like a lightning bolt coming out of the water. There's like parts of the water is glowing.
Mhm.
And then it has a lightning bolt shooting out
Yeah.
up into like no other clouds. There's nothing else up there. It just like shoots up and stops. And it is the trippiest thing. It looks like something is shooting out of the water. Like I have to show you it. It is so weird. I keep trying to show
Crazy.
people and they're like, I have no idea what that would be. I'm like, I don't either. I didn't see it when I took it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird stuff.
All right, our next little segment is going to
Okay.
be, we're going to try to make very unsexy things sound sexy.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to dirty talk this. And it's supposed to be with Giuliano here, but he mailed last minute, so excuse
Rude.
me.
Rude.
So first one is going to be, I want to suck a fart out of your asshole.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to dirty talk that.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. I've been thinking about you all day. I know you had tacos for lunch. I know you had the bean burrito, too. So I'm getting really horny just thinking about the idea of that hot fart sitting in your ass, waiting for me to suck it out. Suck the life out of your fart, out of your booty hole. Just warm up my whole throat with that fart.
That awesome. Okay, I have to actually try this now because I usually just have the guests do it. I'm gonna look at the camera. Okay. Hey, baby. I know you've been feeling a little bit gassy, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit this, but I would really love to suck that fart right out of your asshole. Nothing would make me wetter, baby.
That's hot.
Was it?
That's hot.
Yes.
We might have a new fetish starting.
No, I would actually never do this. No, I took lessons from Cherie DeVille. I'm not this good on my own. The next one. I would love it if you could just do the dishes.
Make it sexy?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make unsexy things sexy.
Okay. Hey, baby. So I made a big dinner for you last night, and the dishes are all sitting there, but nothing would be hotter if you just got lathered up with some soap, put some gloves on, really pop them on your hands, wipe those dishes really clean and sparkly for me, get all sudsy, maybe come in, spray me with the sink water for a second, get all that nasty old food that's been sitting there all night off that table. Clean up all the plates. Clean enough so I can lick them clean.
Let me think. So it was
Doing dishes?
Yeah, doing dishes. All right, baby. You've been a naughty, naughty boy. I've been cooking dinner for the past week and you haven't cleaned those dirty, dirty dishes. Nothing would make me wetter than seeing you clean those dirty dishes and being that dirty boy you are. Is that good?
That was good.
All right.
That's good.
Okay, the last one. This is from experience. A guy called me darling while we were fucking. Yeah. I tell the story a lot. I shame him a lot. I don't even know if he still follows me because I shame him all the fucking time. So we need to make calling someone darling sound sexy.
Okay. So I'm going from the idea of like a stepson thing. This is a stepson situation. Hey, darling. Looks like you didn't do your homework last night.
Oh.
You've been a bad boy. Does darling need to get spanked or punished? Maybe we can punish each other because mommy's been a bad girl too.
That's good. All right, the take I was going, let me think. I'm going to try to be British. This is going to be actually really bad.
I'm going to be British.
I'm going to be a little...
I'm just a little lad.
I'm just a little... Oh, darling. Damn, that does not sound hot.
I don't know if you can do British.
Oh, darling.
Oh, darling.
Don't you want to fuck me?
Wait, British is good. I want to do one after
Oh,
you.
darling. Yeah, just like that. Where I'm not making that sound sexy.
Oh, darling, bring that ball sack over here. Mommy's been thirsty for some cum.
Oh, my God.
Mummy.
Mummy, my little mummy.
Oh, darling.
Oh,
Show me
darling.
what you can do with that cock.
Do British people even call it cock?
No, what do they call it? A shag.
Your little pecker.
Let me see that pecker.
And darling, I'd love to see that pecker on you.
I do say.
What do you say to that? Are you down?
I'm into that. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, we're just going to go over some headlines over here.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
I got a big mouth. I could probably take this whole microphone.
She has a big fucking mouth.
Didn't even touch my lips.
That's crazy. Did I do okay? I
I don't know what it is. I might be part snake or something, but my jaw just unhinges. You should see me yawn when I'm at a grocery store. It's like, and then she ate the whole store.
I feel like I could have a big mouth if I didn't have TMJ.
Yeah.
Oh, because that hurts. I need to stretch it out some more. So, like Snoop Dogg's living room. Oh, my God.
Just having fun. What were you saying?
Like Snoop Dogg's living room. Smell of pot wafts over notorious U.S. Open court.
What?
So,
That's a headline?
That is a headline.
Like an actual headline?
So it becomes a stink at the U.S. Open, a pungent marijuana smell. Was Snoop Dogg even there? Why are they bringing Snoop Dogg into it? Oh, Court 17 definitely smells like Snoop Dogg's living room. That's weird to put him in a headline that he wasn't even there for.
Well, he's notorious for his schmokin'.
For his what?
Schmokin'.
Oh, schmokin'. I thought it was schmlong.
For a schlong. I've actually never heard if he has a schlong or not, so probably not. I feel like that would get around, right?
I mean, have you heard about any celebrities who have a schlong?
Yeah.
Who?
The baby.
Really?
Isn't that like posted on Twitter?
I have no clue. I don't keep up with Twitter or the baby.
He has slapped that boy around. Anyway. So what are we doing with the headlines?
Oh, we're just reacting to it. We
Okay.
are just, it wanted me
It's
to
out of
pay for.
pocket.
They're just complaining that sometimes you smell food, sometimes you smell cigarettes, sometimes you smell weed. I don't know why that's a fucking headline.
Yeah. Wait, where was that at? In a place where it was illegal to smoke, or?
Where's the U.S. Open? Do you know where that is? Oh, it's in New York. Is it legal in New York?
No.
It isn't?
I don't think so.
That's
Not when
crazy.
I went there last.
Okay, so yeah, I guess it was illegal.
Guess it's kind of out of pocket then.
Yeah. Pear-shaped creatures with unusual genitals discovered in Australia.
Sounds like my ex.
I wonder if this is an alien.
Yikes.
It says, during a recent trip through southern Australia, a group of researchers collected a number of unusual spiders. They had long abdomen, tiny creatures, but scientists noticed different features. They are pear-shaped with unusual genitals.
If you don't send me this article, I'm going to be mad because now I want to research into this.
Yeah, well, read full article. Do I have to pay?
I'm picturing like a pear with googly eyes and just this weird corkscrew dildo connected to
For
it.
their dick?
He's got weird genitals. You know, cats have barbed wire penises.
Oh, yeah, and it's, like, painful to fuck them.
Yeah.
Well, not that, like, people...
Not that we would, but,
but
other cats.
Yeah, other cats, like, it's painful. The fuck?
That's why when you hear them fuck, they're like...
That's so
freaking
sad.
out.
All right, last one. Meet Bubba, the 7-foot alligator, provided emotional support to kids at a Florida school.
Aww.
Is that safe?
Sounds very dangerous. Sounds like a few kids had to lose a life to make that happen.
But other kids get emotional support, so maybe he saved a few lives.
Maybe it's like a baby alligator.
It said 7-foot alligator.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like alligators kill kids.
Emotional support?
Yeah.
I don't know. One time I met an alligator. I forgot what the name was, but it was a girl alligator who was an albino alligator.
Mm-hmm.
She had freckles and she had blue eyes. And
Yeah.
I was like, you're pale, freckly, blue-eyed, big mouth animal. You are me. So I really connected, but I couldn't get close to it, so it was not really emotional support. From afar, I loved her. But
Yeah, from afar. I've sat on alligators when their mouths are taped shut.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, but it's like because alligators have like when they do that, they have a lot of force, but they don't have the strength to like open with tape on it. So it makes you look like you're cool, but you're not. Also, like, you're just sitting on an alligator. Like, I'm not fucking Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin's cool doing anything.
God, I miss Steve
R.I.P.
Irwin.
Love you.
I will ride for that guy. Anytime I see a stingray, I'm like, deuces, bitch.
I'll square
For
up.
real.
I'll risk
For
my life.
real.
It's not like I'm not excited.
I'll ride for Stevie boy. He's probably one of the main celebrity deaths that have like really affected me
I'm
and my
so
family.
affected by that. Yeah.
Dude, I spent probably an hour looking at Steve Irwin videos like 2 days ago. And I was just crying. I was just sitting there crying watching Steve Irwin videos, and then I moved on to his like son, what he's doing now, and I'm like,
I always look like Robert Irwin. It's like he's a
doing
spitting
so
image.
good. I know.
And he's so cute. Did you see the video where a girl was like, "What's your number?" He's like, "Oh, you know, I never check my phone." But is that British or is that Australian?
I don't. That's your own.
But he's like, no, but he was so sweet. He's like, you know, I never really respond to text messages, but you can reach out to me on Instagram. And she said her Instagram, and he's like, yeah, I'll make sure to look you up. Like, just the sweetest word.
He's so sweet.
So
you see
wholesome.
You see the one with the guy who like does like, I don't know if he does interviews or something, but he's holding a koala bear.
The koala chlamydia?
Yeah,
I
and he's
posted
like,
that.
that was so funny. And he's like, you know, they really suffer for chlamydia. He's like, good thing I'm wrapped up then.
And he was just like,
I'm so flustered. I don't know. It was so cute. I was like, I want to cuddle you.
oh, he
sweetheart.
protect him at all costs.
Protect him at all costs. He also like Bindi at least like was kind of like a teenager around the age.
Yeah.
He was a baby. So that I like the fact that he's become such a spitting image of him.
Crazy.
When he was just a baby and probably like regrets not being able to know him as much as he could and like remember him like physically as much as he could. Like
yeah.
What he's doing is so cute.
So cute. I have like this theory, but I just feel like Steve is gonna reincarnate into Mindy's baby. Just wouldn't that be coming full circle and be beautiful?
Did you see Mindy's baby when she already had the baby?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
but you might be right because there's like this video of like Mindy or Bindi,
Bindi.
And she's walking like recording the baby, and there's a big poster of Crocodile Hunter, Steve, and someone else or something, and the baby just walks straight up and points, and she goes, "Who's that?" And he goes, "Grandpa Crocodile." Oh, it's so cute. It literally gives me cheek.
I hate kids, but I'll ride and die for the Irwin family.
Well, hopefully when I have them one day, you'll feel the same.
We'll see about that. I would not let me babysit under any circumstances.
Yeah, I won't. I won't let you even near the children unless
I'm supervised.
Whatever.
Well, Keith, thank you so much for coming on. Make sure to
fine.
say your links where people can find you, blah, blah, blah.
I'm basically Keep Chambers on most things. Keep Chambers on Instagram. Keep Chambers on Twitter. I just had to make a new TikTok because I got deleted. So Sweet Keep on TikTok, and on the secret site, little OF spicy stuff is Keepers. So
woo! You can find everything of me on itsdeels.com. Love y'all.
Mwah.
I can't do that. Oh my God.
I want to see how far I can go. Hold on.